AdamandJP.com.
Right now.
Exploring the multiverse of pop culture.
This is Podcasserole.
An Adam and JP show.
Well, we've gathered here again for Podcasserole.
Look what we have here. Look what the cat drug in.
Season 8.
That's my new tagline every episode. Look what the cat drug in. It has multiple meanings. It could mean you. It could mean a listener. It could mean the whole show in a whole.
I mean, there's just things that could apply.
It won't stick. I've tried for years, almost every 3 or 4 years of my life, I try to create a tagline for myself. It never sticks.
But you have.
Have I?
Yeah.
Eat your Podcasserole?
Yeah.
I guess so.
One day I see Eat Your Podcasserole on hats.
Oh, nice.
In big white font on a big red hat.
Ooh, yeah. Let's make Podcasserole great again. Yeah, I like it.
Well, I think we are making podcasting great again.
Oh, podcasting. Yeah, that's true.
Big show today.
Yeah, but like for real big. Like a real big one.
It's going to be huge.
Huge. It's fun. If you are a video game fan of any genre, of any year, from the 70s until now, I promise you'll enjoy the show.
We have a list, but not just any list.
Uh-huh.
Game Informer.
Right.
Turned 300.
Right. I would say that, we know print is dead. Can we say it? If not, it's very, very, it's
What movie was that from?
If not, it's bleeding out.
Print is dead. Oh, Ghostbusters.
Oh, is it real? Wow.
Yeah.
They said that 35 years ago?
Egon said that.
Wow.
Print is dead.
That's so funny. Mm-hmm. I forgot about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 300 issues.
Yeah, of Game Informer. But this one came in the mail. The old snail mail came rolled up.
I can't believe you still get Game Informer in the mail.
I know. They always give me the option every year at GameStop, and I sign up for my subscription.
The other day,
The Power Up card. Yeah.
and you get a free subscription.
Well, they asked, you want it physical or digital? I'm like, physical, of course.
Physical. Yeah. I like to hold it.
Yeah.
What, am I taking my phone in the bathroom? I don't think so.
That's true.
So the other day, my wife was cleaning, and she found the whole stack of magazines.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm just going to throw these out. I said, no, you're not.
They're fun to kind of go back and look
This
at the
is
new
Game
games.
Informer. I'm trying to look. That's when
Yeah.
Skyrim first came out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
Skyrim.
That's fun.
Oh, it gets better, Adam.
Does it?
Then there's this magazine.
Whoa. Best of 2010, huh?
Best of 2010 WWE.
Wow.
With an ad for SmackDown versus Raw 2011 on the back. What is this? Another WWE magazine.
What year is that? The Rogue Warrior game is on the back, and that's terrible.
This is the holiday issue, 2009.
Okay, yeah.
This is almost 10 years old.
Wow.
Then People magazine. Television shows that changed our lives.
Wow. Cosby's still in the front. You know, that's an old one.
Then the Best of 2008
Wow.
WWE magazine.
See, yeah, so magazines are kind of worthless, but it's fun to go back and see the old, wow, it's a PSP ad.
With a PSP ad on the back. Then the year in photos from 2009. Wow. WWE. I was a big WWE fan.
You were.
About 10 years ago.
All the magazines
So
you
yeah, I
bought.
saved these from being thrown out.
Yeah.
I don't really think she was going to throw them out.
I wish I had my old Weekly World News. I would get those all the time.
Really?
Yeah, I love Weekly World
I bet
News.
I bet if you searched, you would find some older WWE magazines than this in your house.
Oh, yeah. I have stuff in the early 90s. I was big. I had,
Yeah.
big time.
With Ultimate Warrior on them.
Yeah. Some Razor Ramon, of course. The classic issue with Macho Man Randy Savage and Ric Flair, where they kind of doctored the photos with Ric Flair and Elizabeth by the pool.
You have that?
Yeah, I have that. Yeah.
You still haven't seen the Ultimate Deletion.
No, I will watch it. I promise you. I will.
From Raw a couple of weeks ago.
I'll watch it.
I got to tell you. I know it's very divisive, the Ultimate Deletion. Some people hate it, like absolutely hate it. And then some people are like me and love it. Strictly for the line. Chair of wheels, mower of lawns, wonderful.
I don't know what that even means.
You will when you see it.
Okay. Is it comedy?
It's performance art,
Okay, we'll say that.
but it's actually very funny. But if wrestling is performance art, and this is something a friend of mine and I were talking about this the other day, and this is a point that he made, and I totally agree with it. If wrestling is performance art, which it kind of is,
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. It's theater. It's sports theater, really.
then the Ultimate Deletion was the next level of performance
Oh,
art.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Big quote there.
yeah, with Broken Matt Hardy.
Wow.
I love it.
See,
it's my favorite Matt Hardy character.
I'm going to
ever.
check it out, but it's a tough sell.
I didn't
Matt Hardy, for 20 years now, he's been meh to me.
See, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. And I didn't see any of the woken Matt Hardy from Impact.
Mm-hmm.
But broken Matt Hardy and the ultimate deletion with Bray Wyatt, I loved it.
Okay.
Loved every second of it.
I'll check it.
Even him calling his drone Vanguard. We do have a lot to get to.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're not going to play around. We're going to get right to it.
This is like an old news report. Check this out. Breaking open the papers here. You like that?
Papers.
Yeah.
Get your papers over here.
You like that?
So we're going to jump right to this. So we have to go back about 2 weeks for this week in NWO news.
Right.
So snow starts falling in Washington, D.C. near the first day of spring.
That's kind of odd, right?
Now, well, one D.C. council member
It's pretty odd.
thinks it's very odd. His name is Trayon White Sr. So he's driving in his car, sees it snowing, and he decides to jump on Facebook and post this video. So he's driving around. It's snowing a little bit in Washington, D.C. An old nor'easter's coming through. And this D.C. councilman puts this video on Facebook. This is what he says. Man, it just started snowing out of nowhere this morning. Man, y'all better pay attention to this climate control, man. This climate manipulation.
Man.
Man. I added that last part. So, obviously, Council Member White believes that there is actual climate control happening in this country. He goes on. And that's a model based off the Rothschilds controlling the climate to create natural disasters they can pay for to own the cities, man. Be careful! Exclamation point.
Wow.
If you're not familiar, the Rothschilds is a long-standing European business dynasty, a family that since the 18th century, many have speculated to be at the higher levels of control worldwide. They have been the subject of so many conspiracy theories, including they're the head of the Illuminati, they founded the New World Order, and the Rothschilds are part of the original lizard people
Whoa.
that showed up on planet Earth.
Didn't know that.
So my question to you, Adam, do you believe that it's possible that there is an entity, probably not controlled by the Rothschilds, or maybe it is.
It's tough for me to hear you say Rothschilds. Can we just call them Rothchildren?
Rothschilds. Well, that's the last name, and it's a Jewish family. And he actually caught some backlash because I think I didn't find this quote, but I think he referred to them as the Jewish family that's controlling everything, and so he obviously this raised some red flags with his constituents.
Yeah.
In Washington,
he's
D.C.
currently in office?
Yeah, he's a Washington, D.C. council member. So he starts getting backlash from the, kind of anti-Semitic marks, the fact that he's promoting a conspiracy theory. So he pulls the video down and apologizes to the Jewish community, which in some research done by New York Times finds that there was a large portion of the Jewish community that supported him to be elected.
These Dunskies.
Yeah. So, but he issued an apology.
You can't do that and take it back. No take backsies on that kind of stuff.
So my question is,
You hear me, Mel Gibson?
I'm talking to you. I'm looking at you, Gibson. Do you believe the NWO possesses climate control? Do you think climate control is a thing?
Not whatsoever. No.
Then let me take you back a little further than 2 weeks ago.
Oh, boy.
Let's go back to 1952.
Ooh.
When Great Britain suffered through the worst flood in British history. 52 people died when it started to rain, and it seemed like it was never going to stop raining. And 3 towns were basically washed away during this flood in 1952. Research that has come about in the last few months shows that when that flood took place, the RAF, the Royal Air Force of Great Britain, was participating in a project they called Operation Cumulus. You can Google this. Operation Cumulus actually existed. It was part of the RAF's plan to develop a way to actually cloud seed and cause rain. Now, there's evidence to back this up.
Is that in case of a drought to actually make, to help crops and things like that? Is there
Exactly.
a positive reason behind it?
With any great weapon, it is developed with good intentions and then gets bastardized somewhere along the way. So apparently in the early 50s, the Royal Air Force of Great Britain was toying around with the idea of actually being able to seed clouds, which is a scientific theory that you could possibly seed the right clouds and cause rain. While they're doing this, they suffer the worst flood of all time. Do you think that flood could have been caused by that cloud seeding program called Operation Cumulus?
I think it's possible.
So then you believe that weather manipulation is possible, that climate control is possible.
Do I believe it's possible someone can do it? Yes. Do I believe they would do that once they knew they had the power? No. If that makes sense.
So
in his eyes, what's the point of having a nor'easter, having this massive amount of snow in March? Well, how is that beneficial to anyone? If they were so conniving and evil and ruling the world, what's the actual point of having snow in March?
Maybe the Rothschilds own a sled company.
It's possible, yeah.
Maybe they make snowblowers.
Oh.
Maybe they make those big trucks with the plows on the front. Yeah.
What about that, huh?
I don't know. Maybe they're trying to keep kids out of school so they'll be easier to control down the road because they're not smart.
Yeah. 3 snow days, not 2. I got you.
We're going to be out for weeks. You don't need We don't need no education.
So that's my problem. The idea could be there, the technology could be there, but why would they do it?
Yeah.
It's always this evil intent, this malice people want to find. It's not there, I don't think.
Well, I'm with you. Even though there is evidence that Operation Cumulus, and there have been other weather manipulation programs that there's paperwork on, I don't think that's what was happening in Washington, D.C. I think Councilman White Sr. is full of bunk. And I don't think it's very smart to go on Facebook and, talk about a conspiracy theory about weather control and attach a name to it.
When you work for the government, say the government is screwing you over.
That's true. Yeah. Well, but in the bigger picture, you could be in the government and not know you're being controlled by the New World Order.
Yeah.
And it's possible the Rothschilds are at the top of that list. Possible, but not likely. Before we get to Game Informer 300, I want to remind you, go visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/AdamandJP, and see the Pickle Twinkie Challenge 2018.
It's a good hashtag.
We're looking for, it's a long hashtag. We're looking for 55-star reviews. I'll eat a key slime pie Twinkie that expired almost 2 years ago. 25 new $5 patrons on Patreon. I'll eat the old LAX pickle. If you don't know what we're talking about, go to our Facebook page. The old LAX pickle, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go to our Facebook page. There's info there. Or listen to the last couple episodes.
It's simple.
And we're still trying to get Darius Rucker on the show.
Yeah, all kinds of things are happening around here
crazy.
at the headquarters.
Because episode 300 is coming up.
Yeah, it's a big time.
Game Informer. Long-standing magazine about gaming.
Yeah, if you had to look into the future, how much longer does Game Informer have? I would say because of their integration with GameStop, which, of course, GameStop is on its way down as well.
Right.
But I would say because of that relationship, they've been the biggest gaming magazine for the past 5 to 10 years.
The biggest magazine since Nintendo Power.
Exactly, and that's gone too.
Yeah.
Electronic Gaming Monthly, gone. But how much longer does this have? They're trying to be smart about it and give you the option for a print, paper, or digital release. So maybe the e-magazine thing, is that, I don't
know.
Because I'd imagine not many
another
people
decade? You could see, I think that magazine could be around for another decade.
Yeah.
I think so.
Because it's fun. Like, I read a lot of online stuff and see things, and it still gives me news in this magazine. That's why I give them props.
Old JP's brought back one of your favorites.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Yeah, well, we're going to do a pretty video game intensive episode
From here on out, it is, yeah.
So I think we could clearly call this episode
grab your joystick.
This game is an atrocity.
It's time for Gamers Corner.
I think it'll make a person become insane.
Gamers Corner, brought to you by your mom. Tell her I said hey.
I think the file was kind of dusty there for a
Well,
bit.
you know it happens. We hadn't played it in a while.
A little rust and dust on it.
Can't make it do that again. Maybe I need to clean our mixer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Adam.
Hey. Oh, wow. This is weird.
I mean,
So,
that's how we do it, right?
It's been such a retro. It's funny how that happens. So, in doing preparation for the show this week, what we'll do in the second half of the show, we've kind of teased it, is the year in gaming 2008 is what we're doing.
Yep.
So, in preparation for that, it was a lot of, I'd say a game that came out and talk about the system it was released on. And the majority of those, I would write PS3 and 360. And it took me way back to when we first started the show, when I did Gamers Corner every single week. We talked about what the new game releases were and what system they came out on. So it took me back there.
Yeah, that's what we need to, when we do the year in gaming 2008, only 3 years before we started the show.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
It took me back so far. I had to pick you up and we had to do our pre-recording ritual. Back in the day, we'd go to the gas station and listen to old podcasts. With that aside, we have, like you said, the 300th issue of Game Informer. And with that being done, the normal Game Informer format isn't here. No game reviews, no game previews, but the whole issue, for the most part, start to finish, front to back, is the top 300 games of all time. You may ask yourself, Adam, are you going to name them all? That would take 5 hours. We won't.
No, we're going to.
We're skimming the highlights.
Number 300.
We're skimming the highlights.
Okay.
If you have a question of a certain number or a certain game is, we'll try to find it. But in the meantime, let's skim, shall we?
Let us begin.
Such as number 299.
So what was 300?
Yakuza 0.
What's 299?
It's Wii Sports. Oddly enough, one of the highest selling game of all time is a Wii Sports because it was a pack-in with the Nintendo Wii. In the year of 2006, by the way.
Oh, look, I remember us having a lot of fun with that tennis game on Wii Sports.
Exactly.
And the boxing game.
And bowling was great, too.
Oh, bowling.
Don't forget the bowling. So at 296, hopping up a bit, we have Amplitude from 2003. You may ask yourself what game this is, but this was on the PS2, and this was a game JP and I played quite a bit. It was the kind of the forefather of the Rock Band games and the Guitar Hero games and the rhythm-based games. You got 2 points on Amplitude one time. You did.
Yeah, I did.
Coming in,
a high score on Amplitude.
At number 291, we have, on the PC, 1993, we have a game called Myst. Do you remember Myst?
I remember Myst as being a pretty groundbreaking game for 1994.
And it's still kind of creepy.
Is it 94?
I believe 93.
93?
1993. It
is. I remember that was the first really creepy computer game I ever played.
Yeah, it was. It was very. I guess it was a full motion video at the time, but it was.
Full motion is kind of a stretch.
You know. How about number 266 on the PlayStation 3, Little Big Planet? I never played this game, but it was a big deal. I remember the first wave of the game that came out had some recordings of the actual dialogue from the Quran. And I think that was against their religion and had people stand up. And so the first wave of that game was pulled from the shelves. And if you have one of those copies of Little Big Planet, you may have some money on your hands.
Really?
Yeah, you just may. How about 259 from 1986, a little game called Bubble Bobble?
Oh.
It's a classic one, right?
You want to go into, it's been a while since we talked about this. The bane of your existence is Bubble Bobble?
Yeah, it's rough.
Because?
My color blindness. Mm-hmm. It's pretty bad. Some games are tough to play. I won't deny that. 245. 1978, the arcade, Space Invaders. I would have thought this would be higher than 245.
Yeah.
We're talking best games of all time as far as legacy or iconic. Maybe it deserves to be there.
So with a game like Space Invaders, and I may do this every now and then.
Yeah.
I want to know what are the two games around it? If that's 245, what was 246?
So 246 is on the PlayStation 1 in the year 2000, an RPG called Valkyrie Profile.
Okay.
And above that, 244 is on the PS4, a game called The Witness from 2016. Made by the same guy, I forget his name, Jonathan Blow. He made Braid, which we may talk about later.
Oh, yeah. I remember when that came out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then 243, this is what I was going to talk about anyways. We went to /ran/hosted/ stumbled our way across a gaming convention in 2013. And we had a certain panel, I think an hour-long panel, I believe the top 10 best games of all time. And this game here It comes in at number 243. A person said it was the greatest game of all time, and that was from 1985. And that is Ultima 4: Quest of the Avatar.
I remember that panel. Actually, I don't remember parts of it.
You were half asleep or asleep.
I was asleep. Rarely do I am I sitting and just fall asleep.
You fell down.
That panel did it to me.
Number 238.
Well, it wasn't a very dynamic panel.
Yeah, it's true.
It was kind of like this. Well, I think when it comes down to it, I mean, if you have to pick a best game of all time, for me, it begins and ends with Ultimate 4. I just feel like that. I mean, you may not agree with me, but I've got plenty of evidence to back up. And I was out.
You're done.
Yeah.
Number 238, 1987's Double Dragon.
It's a strong game.
That's good, right?
Strong game.
234, 1987 as well, Castlevania.
Another strong game.
Not so bad. I think this one deserves to be talked about. Number 226.
Wait, go back to Castlevania.
Yeah.
Are they working on a Castlevania movie? Isn't a Castlevania movie about the
either movie or
Netflix series? That's it.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Yeah, we'll see how it works.
Yeah, we will see how it works.
Number 226, Adventure for the Atari 2600, 1979.
Ooh.
Pretty classic one there.
Yeah.
Number 228, 1981 on the arcade, Defender rolls in.
That is one of my all-time favorites. If I was making this list, Defender's going to be in top 20.
Think so? You think,
Easy.
Really?
Yeah.
Number 217 on the Sega Genesis, 1991, we have Sonic the Hedgehog. Number 213 on the iOS.
Sonic is classic.
Sonic is classic.
Yeah.
If I told you there's a game on the iOS, a mobile game in 2009 at 213, greatest of all time, what game do you think that is?
2009, Bejeweled?
Angry Birds.
Oh, wow.
Number 207.
There's already been an Angry Birds movie.
That's true. The year 2003, Call of Duty 1, the beginning of the Call of Duty franchise.
That was 2003.
Yeah, sure was.
I thought the game was older than that for some reason.
I always get those and Medal of Honor mixed up.
Hey, that's it.
Yep,
That's
that
it.
was
That's it.
Number 198. We're in the 190s now. 1984.
Yeah, cream rises to the top.
You have Marble Madness. You a Marble Madness fan?
Marble Madness.
Marble Madness.
Say that really fast.
Marble Madness.
Bubble Bobble.
Marble Madness.
You don't play Bubble Bobble? Marble Madness.
Number 194 and 193 back to back. 194 from 1980 is Centipede. And number 193 in the greatest games of all time is Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo.
Donkey Kong Country would, on my list, be higher than Donkey Kong.
Ooh.
There, I said it.
Okay, then.
You know what?
Wow.
What was the Donkey Kong drum game? Donkey Konga?
Donkey Konga.
Donkey Konga would be higher than Donkey Kong.
I can be down for that statement.
Not lying. It's a more fun game. Is Donkey Konga not more fun than Donkey Kong?
I don't think you'll be invited on the Broken Token podcast anymore.
No.
Just a heads up there. Number 187, Twisted Metal 2 on the PlayStation 1.
Oh, I love Twisted Metal.
Number 182, I don't want to get haters here, but I believe this shouldn't be on here. But without this game, we wouldn't have World of Warcraft or any MMORPG, and that is EverQuest, 1999.
No, it's King's Quest that I've played.
I
don't think I ever played EverQuest.
Number 181, Super Mario Brothers 2.
That's 181?
181. See, we're high pickings up here.
But that's a little low, don't you think?
I would think. Well, I mean, everyone knows that 2 is the weakest because it's the
but
the Doki Doki Panic reskin. You know the story.
Yeah, I know, but I think those first 3 Super Mario games
Agreed.
deserve to be in the top 50.
Keep that in mind. I think you may be shocked at what number Super Mario Brothers the first one is. Keep that in mind, though.
If this is a list where Pac-Man's number 1.
You're going to be mad at number 1, I think. Number 178. I'm sorry, 179. Asteroids from 1979.
That's a little high for Asteroids.
Think so?
Once again, terrible game.
How about number 177, 2005's Guitar Hero? It belongs.
It belongs. Is Rock Band higher than Guitar Hero?
Maybe so. We'll talk about it possibly. Number 176 in 2001, Bejeweled is on there. Bejeweled above Angry Birds, huh?
Yeah. Well, the grannies love Bejeweled.
That's true. Number 161 in 2008, Gears of War 2. You were a big Gears fan back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of you being big fans of games, 1982 on the arcade, number 158. Greatest games of all time is Dig Dug.
Dig Duggan.
Big Dig Duggan.
I think when it comes down to games that involves an air pump and destroying animals with air and blowing them up, then it begins and ends with Dig Dug.
Number 156 in 1996 is Tomb Raider, the original Tomb Raider. Why the heavy side there?
I think the original Tomb Raider, stick with me here.
Yeah.
There's a little here's a hot take. Here's a hot JP take. The original Tomb Raider,
Yeah.
slightly overrated.
Really?
I think it came along
Yeah.
in some of the other Tomb Raider games.
But first one, not so much, huh?
I don't know.
It's funny because each one of these installments has a long paragraph of why it deserves to be where it is. So if you ever question it, like big time question it, I'll read you what it says.
Yeah.
Right above that, number 155 is Fallout New Vegas. 155 greatest games of all time.
If 4 and 3 aren't above that.
Number 150, we're right at the middle point here, is 2012's The Walking Dead, the Telltale Games, which I like a lot, but you didn't, I believe.
Well,
You had the choppy version.
it didn't play very well. And who was it? Dave Fennoy? That was also at that gaming thing?
Oh, yeah.
He was one of the voices on the Walking Dead game.
Full circle, right?
Yeah.
So he was there to see Ultima 4 as the greatest game of all time.
Yeah, I think he knew that he had booked the wrong convention. Because you remember when we were at the restaurant with him and the other voice actor?
Gavin Hammond, yeah.
Yeah.
The voice of Furby.
And we were telling them, there's this thing called Dragon Con. Like,
Yeah.
you would do really well at Dragon Con. Then 2 years later, I think every year since then.
Yeah, Dave Fennoy is there every year.
He's there. I took a picture with him a couple of years ago.
Yeah, nice guy.
Yeah.
Number one.
You're welcome.
Number 144, we're on the edge of the winners here. Number 144 is Pac-Man from 1980.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, let's stop the presses for a second.
Yeah.
Another hot take.
So
but this time from Game Informer.
Yeah.
That Pac-Man is only 144 on the list.
So keep in mind, every game we say from here on out is, in their eyes, is better than Pac-Man. Such as number 142 in 1991 on the NES Tecmo Super Bowl.
That's a good game.
Number 140 from 1980, Warlords.
Never played it.
Number 136 from 1972, Pong.
Is better than Pac-Man?
That's what they say. That's what they say. Let me turn my page here.
Turn the page.
Man, this is ravaged. How about here's one for you. We're jumping up to number one.
Wait a second. Let's put this into context.
Yeah.
As we near number 300 of Podcast Roll,
Right.
an Adam and JP show.
It's fitting, right? We're at 300 games, 300 episodes,
Yeah.
issues. Wow. We should have saved this. Damn it.
So what are you guys doing on the podcast now? Well, I just sit back and let
I read from a magazine.
Adam read from a magazine. And then I make comments like, well, that's a great thing.
So number 125 is a fairly new game. You may not have heard of this yet, but this is what I'm playing a few hours a day now for the past few weeks. It's Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. Have you heard of PUBG yet?
No.
Look up PUBG. That's all I'll say for you. But that's it. Number 125. Quick summary here. 100 people play online. It's 100 people. You versus 99.
Oh, I have heard of this.
You start out. It's kind of like what you used to play. Like, was it H1Z1 or DayZ? I get those
It was
mixed up.
H1Z1.
You drop down, parachute, have to gather loot. But they were kind of building on that battle royale idea. So the new one, the newest biggest is PUBG.
Yeah.
It's at 125. Number 124 is another Adam exclusive from 2014, Hearthstone. Is number 124. Once again, I mean,
Hearthstone better than Pac-Man.
keep that in mind. Number 123.
Not sure I agree with that.
In 1985, 123 is Gauntlet. Better than Pac-Man.
Gauntlet's good, though. That's a good game.
This one hurts me. Number 117, Bioshock Infinite. That burns my bones. Number 110, Halo 2. Wasn't a big fan of those games. Number 104 from 1985 on the Apple II, The Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail is better than Pac-Man. You can't die from dysentery playing Pac-Man.
Number 100 is the newest installment in The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Not bad. Here's what...
because Link can turn around Zink.
you
So
can
Zink
jump.
can turn around?
He can jump.
Yeah.
Here's one for you. Number 97, better than the newest Zelda, better than Mass Effect 3, better than Super Mario Brothers 2, better than Pac-Man. At number 97 from 2003, Madden 2004.
Who was on the cover that year?
That was Michael Vick.
Yeah, it was Michael Vick.
Yeah, because it was Marshall Faulk, Michael Vick, Ray Lewis. Yeah, Michael Vick.
The all-stars of football players you love to hate. Well, Marshall Faulk.
Yeah.
But Michael Vick.
Number 96 from 1981 is Frogger.
Frogger's better than Pac-Man.
Number 95.
Frogger's better than Mass Effect 3.
Number 95 from 1994, Doom 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Number 93, Bully. Did you ever play Bully?
I did play
It
Bully.
was kind of fun.
It's a fun game. It's a funny game.
Number 92 is Metal Gear Solid. We're jumping up a bit to number 85. We're getting close here. Number 85, the greatest game of all time from 2008. Rock Band 2, they say.
Wow. Keep that in mind.
Number 80
Number 80.
from 1997. Some people say this is the greatest game of all time, and
Some people call me the Space Cowboy.
and I wouldn't dispute it. Final Fantasy 7, kind of low, I think.
Don't know.
Number 76 from 1990, Dr. Mario.
The reason we have an opioid problem today.
I think so.
The kids grow up playing Dr. Mario. Now they want the real stuff. The hard stuff.
Number 69, Super Mario 64. Number 68.
Which, again, to me, overrated game.
I can agree with that. Number 68, GoldenEye 007 on the N64.
It's just a little low.
Number 66, 1985's Super Mario Brothers.
What?
Number 66, yeah.
Though 3 hasn't been mentioned yet.
Here's
And 3 is the best of those first 3.
Think of all the great games you've
I'll
heard
agree
me
with
say.
that. Yeah.
Think of all the great games you've heard me say. Number 63 from 1993 on the SNES and Sega Genesis, NHL 94.
What? How can an NHL game, like all those sports games, should have I don't know, some are better than others.
Like, I'm a
And you know
sports
what?
game fan. I'll admit
I
that.
haven't heard a NWO versus WCW, or I haven't heard a WrestleMania 2000,
That could be the top 10. You don't know. We're not there yet.
SmackDown versus Raw.
Number 61, greatest games of all time, 1992's Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Apparently 2 is better than 1. Number 59, Resident Evil. Here's some shockers.
The
coming up.
original Resident Evil.
Yeah,
It's a
1996.
fantastic game.
Yeah.
I have to say that put it in the top 50.
Here are some shockers. Here's some savage questions, they say on HQ. Some savage entries here. Number 58 from 1987, The Legend of Zelda. At 58,
I honestly don't know that I can say with 100% accuracy, in my opinion.
wow.
There are, that's 58?
58, correct.
There are 57 games better than Legend of Zelda.
You're about to find out. Number 57, Metroid.
Metroid is not better than Legend of Zelda.
Number 56 is Mortal Kombat 2 from 1993.
Not better than Legend of Zelda.
Let's skip
Not
to
better
number-
than Pac-Man. Mortal Kombat 2 is not better than Pac-Man.
Let's skip to 52, Batman Arkham Asylum.
That is a good game.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Yeah.
That's a good game.
Number 51, Grand Theft Auto 3.
Okay, not Vice City. Grand Theft Auto 3.
Number 50, here's a thing you and I have never seen the appeal to. 2001's Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Nope, but there was a lot of Smash Brothers playing
Love
at
it.
Louisville Arcade Expo.
Yeah, people love it.
Yep.
Number 48, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Can't deny that.
I think that's right where it should be.
You think so?
Yep.
Number 47, Contra.
It's a good game.
Better than Super Mario Brothers. Better than Pac-Man. Really? Is Contra better than Legend of Zelda? Number 41.
No.
Number 41 from 1993, NBA Jam.
He's on fire.
This one's weird.
That was a fun game.
That was a great one. This next one, number 39's entry, for a lot of people, say the greatest game of all time. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I wouldn't agree with that, but people love it.
I've never played it.
Number 35, Super Mario Kart, the original. Number 36, kind of skipped that, Mega Man 2.
Mario Kart's really good. What number was Mario Kart?
And
Sorry.
that was number 35.
I think that's where it should be too.
think
And
so?
Mega Man 2 was number
36, kind
Okay.
of out of order there.
Okay.
Number 33, 1981's Donkey Kong.
That's too high for that game.
We're scooping up to number 28.
Hot take.
Hot take.
Donkey Kong sucks.
Number 28, Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
That is a great game.
Number 20
Revolutionary game.
Agreed. Number 26 is Super Mario World for the SNES.
It was fun.
Number 25, one of my top 5 games, The Last of Us on PS3.
That's a good one.
Number 22, we're getting close. So close.
Are we going to do the top 10?
We can do top 10, yeah. So
Yeah.
Number 22 from 1981 is Galaga.
Better than Pac-Man?
What they say?
You're like a judge. With dun, dun,
Number
dun, dun, dun.
20 from 1994 is Super Metroid.
Tap it.
Number 16 from 95 as well is Chrono Trigger on the SNES.
Okay.
This one burns me. From 2007, number 15 is BioShock.
Better than BioShock Infinite.
That's what it says. Number 14 is Super Street Fighter 2. There you go. Number 13. Let's do these top ones here.
Okay.
Number 13.
We're 13-1.
Yep.
Okay.
From 1993. Are there certain games that you think should be on here that haven't been
I'm going to
said
say too high, too low, or where it should be
yet? But are the games that you believe...
that I've played.
Okay. Number 13 from 1993, Doom.
Too high.
Original, you think so?
Mm-hmm.
For like a
Doom.
groundbreaking first-person shooter like Doom?
It was.
Yeah.
Actually, Wolfenstein 3D
That's true.
would
You're right.
be
Yeah. You're right.
that game.
Yeah.
Doom is not better than GTA Vice City.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is funny. We just talked about this. From 2009, number 12 is Minecraft.
Way high. Overhyped.
1981, number 11. Greatest games of all time, number 11, Miss Pac-Man.
Oh, that's where it should be.
Think so? Mm-hmm. This one, for me, is a little new to be in the top 10 greatest games of all time. I had this game. It may be the last physical game I bought on the Xbox One. Wasn't feeling it and returned it back to GameStop. From 2015, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
I haven't played it.
Yeah.
I have to take your word for it.
Number 9 from 2011 is The Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim.
Skyrim.
I'm going to get ya.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm your friend.
What is that?
Number 2010.
Number 2010?
Sorry, from the year 2010, number 8, greatest game of all time, Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption.
Yes, that's exactly where that game should be.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I didn't turn the page yet. Number 7, from the year 2007, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
I mean, that was a big game, but
Here's where you start wincing.
Okay.
Maybe. You start wincing here. I believe.
Okay.
Number 6, greatest game of all time, amongst 300 games.
Uh-huh.
Number 6 is Final Fantasy VI.
Oh, my gosh. Better than...
Every single game we said
It's not
so
better
far.
than Galaga.
Number 5, greatest games of all time, from 2004, World of Warcraft.
Whatevs.
Number 4, greatest games of all time, from the year 2013. This developer's second time in the top 10. That's Grand Theft Auto 5.
What number? 4?
Number 4.
Oh, that's right where it should be.
You think so? Really?
I think that's right where that should be.
Number 3, greatest games of all time, from the year 1984, Tetris.
Okay, that should be in the top 10. Probably not that high.
Think so? Mm-hmm. Number 2, greatest games of all time, from 1990, first seen in the movie The Wizard with Fred Savage, Super Mario Brothers 3.
I agree with that.
Number 2, greatest game of all time.
Uh-huh. I agree with that.
And number 1, greatest game of all time in the top 300, according to Game Informer, from 1992 on the Super Nintendo.
Super Star Wars.
No, the first installment of this franchise on this gaming system.
Oh.
Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. According to them, the greatest game of all time.
I don't know. I think I would rather see the original Legend of Zelda.
Yeah,
there.
like that one doesn't stand out to me. Is it weird that what was Legend of Zelda, like 100 or something?
Yeah. And where's Fallout 4? Where's Fallout 3?
I think it was somewhere. I may have missed it, but it's on here.
Yeah.
There's so many, but it's on there somewhere. Certain games that you believe should have been on there, that I probably skipped because we had to. It still took a long time, but
Yeah.
What do you think?
Fallout 4 would definitely be in my top 20 of games that I've played.
You think 4 over 3, huh?
Yeah, I think Red Dead Redemption is where it should be, though.
Fallout 3 was number 42.
Okay.
I don't know if Fallout 4 is on here.
What?
I didn't have it highlighted.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. NHL 94 is, though. Don't worry. Yeah. Baldur's Gate 2 made an appearance. There's the original Fallout from 1997.
Shadow of the Colossus? Is that what I say? What is that?
Yeah. Number 83.
What about that other? Animal Crossing? What?
I didn't totally make you mad. Kingdom Hearts, San Andreas was on here, Earthbound, Planescape Torment, The Elder Scrolls 3, Madden 2004, 97.
Where was Mass Effect?
That's what we talked about. Part 3 is 99.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah, I'm not sure, honestly.
It's got to be in there somewhere.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
Dark Souls, Half-Life, God of War, Dishonored. It's everywhere. But yeah, that's it. Top 300 games of all time summarized here.
So if you want to learn more about the top 300 games of all time, visit your local library.
That's true. But like I said, each installment has a little paragraph to it. Yeah.
Yeah, curious. Next week, we're going to go through the year in pictures, the WWE year in pictures, 2009.
Just talk about the pictures.
Yeah. Hey, what's that picture of?
Ooh. Oh, wow. It's Hornswoggle. Wow.
Hey, look, there's Randy Orton not selling.
Oh, boo.
Zork.
Sorry. Zork was on there.
The Gamers Corner special doesn't end.
It continues.
Because coming up, we're going to do the top games, or our favorite games of 2008.
Let's do it next.
Gotham City is falling to pieces. The choice is yours. Take on the criminal masterminds. Or become one. From the makers of Lego Star Wars and Lego Indiana Jones, it's good to be bad. Lego Batman, the video game.
Lego Batman, the video game.
I can't believe that's been 10 years.
Just one of the games that came out in 2008. Man. Indiana Jones and Star Wars was before that. I think they'd had 2 or 3 Star Wars games out by then.
That was a big, that year, because Indiana Jones Lego came out the same year.
Yeah.
Lego was...
oh, yeah, that's right.
That was a big year for them.
Yeah, they loved it. We're going to go back 10 years, 2008.
Yeah.
In the theaters, we were watching Iron Man, The Dark Knight, Tropic Thunder, The Incredible Hulk, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Cloverfield was 2008.
It's true, 1808.
You know what I learned researching this?
What's that?
Coming very soon, our favorite movies of 2008.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, that's a
Yeah,
it's a pretty solid list.
I'm sure.
I mean,
The era of Seth Rogen?
It doesn't seem like 2008 was that long ago, but it was a decade ago. On TV, Breaking Bad started. There was the awful Knight Rider reboot in 2008. The Wire ended. You remember I was like, are you watching The Wire? You haven't seen The Wire?
Yeah.
Anybody? You know what? I love The Wire.
Never saw it, never will.
Never saw it. I haven't seen it. And it's been 10 years.
I read the description once and I woke up later. I didn't know what happened.
I have to say that The Wire may be the greatest show of all time.
Ultima 4.
The Shield ended. The Wire ended. Was Michael Chiklis on both of those? He wasn't on The Wire, was he?
I don't know. Here's my thing.
And I'm going to play for you some of the songs of. We're going to play all the songs of 2008.
Every single one.
Every single one. But just to take you back, just to get you, here's some of the songs from 2008. That's right.
Man.
This song is 10 years old.
Wow.
Or this classic. May remember.
Man, so much just like it's like pre-dubsteppy. Like they're playing with the dubstep wobble dial.
Yeah. Who's that? T-Pain? Flow Rider? Flow Rider.
Okay, here we go.
Flow Rider. You know what I like to ride? Flow Rider. Whenever I go to the beach, I always take my Flow Rider. Man. Here's one you're going to love.
Yeah. Man, that's so weird. Like in my head, music hasn't evolved in the past 10 years, but it totally has.
Yeah.
You hear this and it sounds so dated.
Uh-huh. Wow. Or here's a favorite.
Wow, yeah. Wow. I miss that kitty. Hear that bass, that little... They were trying the dubstep wobble.
Or this favorite.
Wow.
Oh, this is the instrumental.
Which version is this?
This is the instrumental. It's Beyonce, Single Ladies.
Wow.
10 years ago.
I hated them back then. I hate them now.
Aww.
Always hate.
No love for Coldplay.
Not at all.
What about the Joe Bros? Do you love the Joe Bros?
I don't know any of their songs.
All right, just some of the songs.
You end with that one, really?
Of 2008.
Okay.
Well, I thought you were. I mean, I know you love the boy bands.
That's not a boy band.
The Joe Bros were the boy.
No,
it was a group of brothers. They were like Hanson.
Yeah, I guess so.
They were the Hanson of the mid aughts.
Don't you
or the late aughts?
Bastardize the Hanson name. Don't you do it?
So here we go. Our favorite, some of our favorite games.
Yeah.
From 2008.
So we'll give a quick rundown of available consoles for games being made in 2008. So you have consoles like Nintendo DS was still a big thing before the 3DS. You have the PlayStation 2 still making games. PlayStation 3 was in its stride there. The PSP, the PlayStation Portable, was in its...
This is going to revolutionize everything. They were actually right.
You think so?
When they put out the PSP, the idea was to give you something mobile that you could game on and communicate on.
Yeah.
The idea behind Sony had it right. What Sony didn't realize is it was going to be an Apple phone.
Right. Because, this was...
and not a PSP.
They had the UMD disc drives. You could watch, TV shows and movies on the go like that. Same. It's true. You're right.
So even though we kind of laugh like, the PSP, they weren't wrong.
Yeah.
They were just...
Yeah.
It just went a different route.
Exactly.
I mean, we did go that direction.
Eventually, with all in one device, we had the Wii still making games, of course. We had the original Xbox was still making games.
Xbox.
The Xbox 360 was going strong. And, of course, Windows, Mac, and Linux was doing their PC thing.
The old Linux.
So let's run down some of those games, shall we? Mm-hmm. You want good ones or bad ones first? We can do both. Let's do a mix.
Yeah, you just do a mix. What's the worst game on the list?
That's for you to decide later on.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about, we did speak of...
It's up to you now.
The commercial for Lego Batman, but like we said earlier in the year, was Lego Indiana Jones, the original adventures, like we spoke of, the first non-Star Wars Lego game to be out. Mm-hmm. Kind of a cool thing. So have those died recently, the Lego games? I guess they may be more Marvel and more Avengers stuff right now, right?
Yeah, and they ended up doing like a whole lot of Harry Potter Lego games. What I like about... the early Lego games, and even that Lego Batman game, there was no voiceover in it.
Right, yeah.
It was like, and then when they put the Lego Batman game out where it actually had the voices on it, I think it lost a little something.
You think so?
Yeah.
Really?
There was something very appealing about no actual dialogue in these games. And then you started getting cutscenes and,
Yeah.
But I love the Lego Batman movie.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, that's what I saw. On the Wii, remember I said the Wii is kind of kicking now. Classics like Pimp My Ride came out on the Wii.
Oh, wow.
What? Did you watch Pimp My Ride?
I have seen an episode of Pimp My Ride.
Don't try to walk your way around this. Did you watch Pimp My Ride?
I did not watch.
Really?
But I mean, who hasn't seen an episode of Pimp My Ride?
Yeah, I used to love it.
Was that just an evolution of Cribs on MTV?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
What was the one where you had a dirty room and they would come kidnap you and change your room?
Who wants a clean house?
Room Raiders. That's what it was.
Room Raiders.
So it was a dating show. They would come in there and kidnap you and throw you in the back of a truck without you having a chance to clean up your room. The girl you wanted to date, I think she picked 3 men, or if it was a guy would pick 3 girls. You go through their room, go through their stuff, and based on the room, you pick the person.
Oh, what age is this?
I mean, they were at least 18.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Room Raiders.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, I didn't watch that. I watched Clean House. I've seen that.
No, Room Raiders. Check out Room Raiders. Cool.
Yeah.
We have on the PlayStation 3 and the 360 a game I thought was great back in the Nintendo 64 days. Had a comeback. That is the Turok franchise. You remember Turok? The Dinosaur Hunter?
Yes, Turok the Dinosaur Hunter.
Yeah, they had one on the PS3 and the 360 in 2008.
Yeah.
I'm going to go give you a big bang here. Let's get your moods and your spirit up.
Okay.
On the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, Grand Theft Auto 4 came out in 2008.
Oh.
I am searching. I need this for you. I guarantee that you will find this man.
Please, no more killing.
Don't do anything stupid, cousin. We have to find him.
Fine, you got it. You want my word? You got my word.
Hey, Nico! Oh, Nico.
Great game, right?
Yeah. We had a lot of fun playing GTA
It's been
4.
10 years since GTA 4 came
I
out.
remember
You would come home in the afternoon and play Cops and Crooks with me.
Cops and Crooks. Because I was doing I was producing a morning show then.
Yeah.
So I was coming home at like 2:30 in the afternoon.
Cops and Crooks was fun.
I'd send you a text on my flip phone. Hey, I don't want to play Cops and Crooks. Like Cops and Crooks? Question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. We even played Rock Band together.
Oh, yeah.
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 Online.
Let's get back into that. In 2007, Rock Band came out, but in 2008, Rock Band 2 comes out less than a year before the first one.
I prefer playing Rock Band 2 is still my favorite Rock Band game to play.
Really? I think I played that one the least, actually. I'm not saying I didn't like it, but I played 1 and 3 much more. I think 2 was so soon after 1, it was tough to it was less than a year it came out.
Well, I mean, they hit with something. Actually, Guitar Hero hit with something.
Yeah.
And then, what's the story? Like, Harmonix broke off of...
Yeah, so Harmonix created Guitar Hero and Guitar Hero 2.
Right.
After that point, Activision brought in, I believe, Treyarch or someone else.
Yeah.
I forget which actual, but it's a different developer for past Guitar Hero. So every Guitar Hero past 2 was made by someone else, but Harmonix went on and created Rock Band.
They're like,
full
oh yeah,
experience.
you keep your guitars. We're gonna create a whole band.
Yeah.
Where Rock Band went wrong is when they kept trying to add to the set.
Right. Yeah.
Like, there was no need for hi-hats.
No.
On the drum.
No.
You know, you're not
No.
really playing. There's no real need for a hi-hat.
Yeah.
That basic set from the original Rock Band was perfect.
Agreed. It was great.
Down to the plastic fender.
Yeah, it felt good, right?
Yeah.
It felt real good.
With the whammy bar. Womp, 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 womp.
On multiple consoles. Were you ever a Soul Calibur fan?
No.
The fighting game with integrated weaponry. But this in 2008, Soul Calibur 4 came out. It was kind of special because on the PS3 and on the Xbox 360, you had different playable characters for each console. They brought in the Star Wars universe. You could play as Yoda and or Darth Vader, depending on which console you bought it on. Yoda had the 360, and Vader had the PS3.
Then I would have played PS3.
Yeah. I'm trying to give you good Wii games in 2008, but there really aren't any. But I have to have some Wii representation.
I'm trying to think when we got a Wii.
So in 2008, on the Wii, you have Major League Eating, the game, came out.
When did the Wii come out? Was that 2004?
No, it was probably
5?
6. I think 6.
Okay, 6.
Yeah. I believe 6.
Hold your Wii for a Wii.
But there is a Major League Eating, the game. Would you just use your Wiimote to flop your mouth? I mean, do you remember that show? They had the show weekly, Major League Eating? It was like an actual show.
No, I remember Man vs. Food.
Oh, yes, yeah. This was like an actual, almost American Idol up on a stage, people cheering them.
Was it hosted by Ryan Seacrest?
Possibly so.
I had a dream I met Ryan Seacrest.
Ooh.
In my dream, I meet Ryan Seacrest, and the one thing I tell him is, I really hated you for taking over America's Top 40 from Casey Kasem.
Oh, yeah.
For the longest time, I actually hated you for doing that.
Really? Did you?
I told him this in my dream.
But in reality, you did? You hated him?
Yeah.
Well, someone had to.
He could have gone a couple more years.
Okay. So could have Dick Clark. Okay. That's it.
We don't stop till we... Well, what is that, Reagan?
That's some Norm Macdonald Reagan.
It's
the same thing.
Somebody pooped.
That's the Norm Macdonald Reagan.
That's like every Norm Macdonald joke. I guess OJ slipped in some poop.
Man.
That's the punchline to anything Norm Macdonald has
funny
ever
man.
said.
It's a not funny man.
What is that? Human urine? I don't know what I'm going to do.
In 2008.
I was trying to do a Reagan impression. Actually, I was trying to do like an elderly Casey Kasem.
Elderly.
Yeah.
In 2008, the first Guitar Hero game with a band theme, Guitar Hero Aerosmith, came out.
That was a good game.
That was. It was 2008.
Guitar Hero 3 was the first one I bought.
Okay, was it? Okay.
Yeah, was that the one with Poison on it?
I believe so. Yeah, that was the bushes. Yeah. It was. Did you ever play?
And the guy from Rage Against the Machine was on there, right?
Tom Morello was on there. Yeah,
he was on there. Yeah.
Did you ever play Braid? We've spoke of it quite a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Braid was really good. I downloaded that on the Xbox.
It's very good on the Xbox Live Arcade. Comes out in 2008. Here's a fun one to talk about. On the Xbox 360, a game called Too Human by the developer Silicon Knights. This game was in development for over 10 years. It was supposed to come out in 1999 on the PlayStation 1.
Wow.
It was delayed that long until the 360, and it was a huge flop. And so much so, a few years after that, the whole development studio went under and bankrupted itself.
So did they just port what they had in 1999?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Let's continue. Let's continue and try to add some graphical upgrades, and didn't work out so well.
Like, as much as what you love GTA 4, go back and compare GTA 4 to GTA 5.
I'm scared.
And GTA 5 was 5 years ago, right?
Right, yeah.
So
Yeah.
imagine what Red Dead, what is it called? What's it going to be called? Red Dead
Revival?
Revival?
Am I making that up?
Maybe. The Revival? The next Red Dead game.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see what that looks like.
I can't imagine it.
Yeah.
Imagine. That's what you talked about. Guitar Hero Aerosmith. This was we're going to speak of a lot of rhythm games here because 2008 it was booming, boom, like Madden would say. So we had Rock Band 2, we had Guitar Hero Aerosmith. We also have Guitar Hero World Tour, which is kind of Guitar Hero's version of bringing the Rock Band franchise. It's so funny the way my brain works back then. I feel like Guitar Hero was way behind on Rock Band for that, but it was less than a year.
It was less than a year. They were pretty competitive
so
for a
they brought
while.
out the guitar, the microphone, the drums, and that still seems like a new concept to me. And that's 10 years old now. I'm so old.
How cheap do you think Rock Band 4 is now? Was that the latest one? Was that the latest one?
Yeah. I saw it with the guitar for like $50 recently.
Really?
With a guitar, but oh no.
For the PS4?
Yeah.
Know what I'm doing this weekend?
Did you ever play The Incredible Hulk based on the movie that year? It's actually really good.
Yes, it's a really good game.
It's actually really good.
It. Yeah.
As far as movie tie-ins, it's tough to beat. Big fan of that game. A huge release that year, one of the biggest selling PS3 games that year was Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. Have you ever checked out the Metal Gear Solid franchise?
I played The Origin of Snake.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was.
Sounds like a something movie.
I don't know.
What about Fable 2?
I've played Fable.
Are you a Fable fan? What about Saints Row 2?
I like Saints Row.
It's fun.
It's the poor man's GTA.
Even though they're the exact same price. We spoke of the rock bands, spoke of the Guitar Heroes. The worst, I'm going to say the worst rhythm game I've ever played. It's called Rock Revolution.
Revolution!
This is the only game I've bought 3 times.
What, you think it's going to get better?
Yeah, I do. And each time it was $5.
Yeah.
I bought it thrice for $5. And it's if you have a chance, just Google image search the Rock Revolution drum set, and it was bad. It was almost like a Simon Says Trouble Game of Life drum set. So one was a diamond, one was a triangle, a circle, and it was just all kinds of craziness. And it was bad.
Wow.
Instead of the usual note highway, it was kind of up, down, up, down.
At least the Guitar Hero and at least they were pretty compatible, actually.
Right, yeah. They were.
You could use your Guitar Hero guitar. No. Is that right?
Yeah, use your Guitar Hero for Rock Band.
For Rock Band. You couldn't use the Rock Band, but eventually you could.
Yeah, eventually you could. But yeah, first off, it was still pretty multifunctional. It was.
Yep.
We've spoken of bad things. Wow, your microphone just died.
I'm back.
Hey, that's my mic covered, by the way. That's the ripped one.
Oh,
Sorry,
did I?
Behind the scenes there.
Do I have your mic?
You do. That's what happened. That's why it's all floppy and ripped.
That's pretty funny.
2008, one of your favorite games of all time.
Give me my mic back.
At least the prequel to your favorite games. Fallout 3. Don't you love the Fallout 3 game?
Oh, I do love Fallout 3. So much so, I have a clip.
Friends, your future may not be as secure as you think. Where will you be when the atomic bombs fall?
Well, this is... Wait, how do I pause this for a second?
What happened?
This is actually pretty relevant to today, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
You can secure your family's future by reserving a spot in a state-of-the-art underground vault from Vaultec. That's right, Bob. Act now, and your family can wait out the horrors of nuclear devastation. And Doris, the vault will have all the amenities of your modern-day home, and it's attractive. And Sally, in the vault, you might meet that special someone, just as you would on the surface. And in a few short years, you and your fellow vault dwellers will repopulate our great country. And Billy, you'll have lots of swell kids to play with. Reserve your family spot in a state-of-the-art underground vault today. Sign up now and prepare for the future.
I never saw that commercial. That's cool.
That's what I love about the Fallout franchise. Bethesda puts money into their marketing to do fun things like that.
Big time.
Yeah, and if you go on YouTube and find that, it's followed by a Sugar Bombs commercial.
Really?
Yep.
That's really cool. Wow. When you pay Ron Perlman to give your opening titles, you know something's happening.
That's true. Fallout 3 is a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Mr. Tenpenny?
Yeah.
It's a nice suit.
Good suit, Tenpenny. I really think I like 3 more than 4. Is that wrong to say?
I mean, I don't agree with you, but I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion.
I think the story was better. Like, I never beat 4. I don't plan to.
Well,
is that weird?
That got hard.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it was like you had to go online tutorials and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. 3 was good. 3 has some,
I'm not going to tell you. I mean, 3 is a great game.
Yeah. How about Gears of War 2?
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Just look at you.
I brought another clip.
Sometimes death is all you can see. It's all around.
Oh, that music, Adam.
It takes me a while.
I know.
Just hear it. Whoa, that's weird. That did a weird brain.
Can we start that again? I just want to hear that again.
I haven't heard that. Wow.
Sometimes death is all you can see.
That's so crazy.
So you have to look it in the eye.
If something happens to me, promise me you'll look for Maria.
And bare your teeth. It never ends.
Wow.
Just hearing that takes me back to like hanging out with you, like 1 o'clock in the morning
right.
at someone else's house. And just that music in the menu.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. That sound can take you back.
But that was the original Gears of War.
Right.
But this was Gears of War 2.
But they're all good. 1, 2, and 3. Good story. Like, it's
and
odd.
sad story.
It's true. Yeah. It's rare for a game to have that good of a multiplayer aspect, but also a solid single player as well. And Gears of War did just that.
Yes, it did.
Also on the PS3 and 360 that year, Dead Space. I've never been a huge Dead Space fan, but for the survival horror, action-y, alien stuff, it's all right.
Well, when the sequel came out,
right,
we have a clip in Gamers Corner.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
From Dead Space.
So gooey.
Yeah. When they showed Mom.
What does she actually says in the clip, though? I forget.
In the clip that we play?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't pay attention anymore. I don't have
it's all good.
I don't have it pulled up.
Well, you just heard it on the show.
Earlier.
Yeah. A game called Mirror's Edge came out in 2008. A fantastic, beautiful first-person, like almost parkour game. One of the only games to make me physically ill. I had to turn it off and got queasy, and it was such a weird first-person wobbly aspect. It kind of made me a little sick.
Yeah. A little queasy.
A little bit. Speaking of first-person, did you ever play Left 4 Dead at all?
Yes.
Great concept. Amazing game.
My sister-in-law, your friend, my wife's sister, Brooklyn, Josh's wife.
Yeah. Keep it going.
Josh, formerly of Collection Connection.
Yep.
When Left 4 Dead came out, well, actually not when it came out, but a couple of years later, she was hanging out here, and I was still working morning, so I was still getting home, like 2:30 in the afternoon. And we would sit and play Left 4 Dead.
It's a fun game.
That was like our thing. Like we would like spend an hour and a half just trying to get through Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
And the
that game
team
is 10 years old now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That was kind of groundbreaking. It was one of those great online games, kind of randomized enemies, positions, locations every time.
Yeah.
It was fun.
So when you say Left 4 Dead, I have memories of playing that with Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Day after day after day.
Takes you back.
Want to play Left 4 Dead? Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
That era of the PS3 and 360, this may be, I have my nostalgia glasses on, but I feel like
it was the best era of, that system. Yeah. Both those systems.
Yeah. There's some good stuff that year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which makes sense because it's, 2 or 3 years removed from the launch.
Right.
So they've got the platform down.
We're 5 years into the PS4 and Xbox One, though.
But there's some great games on PS4.
Yeah, for sure. There are.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, nostalgia glasses.
I rebought GTA 5. That's a great game on the PS4. I didn't rebuy it, but I got it.
But a game from the PS3 and 360.
That's true. That's true.
And last but definitely not least on my list here, you may have some as well, but it is the Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe fighting game.
Oh, that is a good game.
Great game.
That's a good one.
It was kind of a precursor to the Injustice, which we all love very much later on, but it was kind of the building blocks for that.
Yep.
What kind of stuff do you have in the year of gaming 2008? Any of those I didn't
know?
name?
That you just told the story of my gaming in 2008.
That's good, but there were so many.
For me, it's GTA 4.
Right. Yeah.
Like I remember buying that.
Anytime a GTA game comes out, the year is the year of that GTA.
Yeah.
Hell, it's 2018. We're still doing GTA 5.
That's true.
So it's more than that.
It's true.
I mean, really, it's crazy.
Yeah, that game was amazing. And just the cops and crooks mode. And that was the game I was playing when, the British kids were making fun of me.
That happened?
Yankee, he's a wanky.
Really? I don't remember that.
Sticks in my head, man.
He's a wanky.
Yankee, he's a wanky.
That's funny.
Hey, you kids.
Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, and Rock Band 2.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
Because I actually think we bought, Rock Band 2 came out with the fall of 2008.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I think we bought the Rock Band set after we played New Year's Day 2008. We were at the same New Year's party.
That's when you bought Rock Band 1, right?
That's when, and we all played Rock Band 1.
Yeah.
The next day, we went out and bought the Rock Band set and bought an Xbox 360.
Yeah.
The next day. We loved it that much.
I remember that. It was groundbreaking.
Yeah.
The game idea was amazing.
So 2008 was kind of the year of Rock Band for me. That was a great game, man. I want a game year like that
That's
again.
That's what I'm saying.
And then just a couple of years later, Red Dead Redemption came out.
This was in the middle of the Gears of War franchise, like the second installment of the trilogy.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Well,
I was so sad.
I wish gaming was fun. It was in 2008.
It still is.
Isn't that weird when you think back? Like you think, I've been gaming all my life. You know, it's the 80s or it's the 90s. No, it's kind of 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah.
And because technology was getting because when did the first iPhone come out?
06 or 07, I believe.
Yeah. So technology by 2008 was really coming along.
Right.
As far as like graphics and storage. Oh, man. But I remember even GTA 4, I had enough to load it onto the Xbox 360. I had a memory on my Xbox 360. But GTA 5, I had to get an external drive.
Did you really?
To load that game on.
I think that was, 8 gigs maybe?
Yeah,
Which at that time was quite a bit.
Yeah. Isn't that funny to think?
Yeah.
Just like 5 years ago, 8 gig, man.
I've got to break the bank here.
Oh, look, I have a terabyte hard drive in my back pocket. Well, thank you for taking us back to
no problem. Anytime.
The year in gaming.
I like the year in gaming.
8.
It's fun.
And the 300 greatest games of all time.
That was a very gaming-heavy episode, wasn't it?
Yeah. We should do more gaming.
I agree.
I think. I don't know what we'll be doing next week.
We'll figure it out.
I haven't thought that
so close to 300. Hootie could be here any minute now.
I know. Darius Rucker.
I think I thought that was Hootie pulling in the driveway.
Only want to be with you. Like he would sing that as he was walking in. You and me, we come from different worlds. Who, Darius?
Hootie, the show's over. You're late. Time. It's all tied in.
He's on my side. That's not even your song.
No.
Check us out online at adamandjp.com. Also, facebook.com/adamandjp. Get the info. Help us get to our goals by June 1st in the 2018 Twinkie Pickle Challenge.
That is true. iTunes reviews, Patreon patrons, all those can be done. This man eats a key lime slime Twinkie. He eats an infested pickle.
In front of Darius Rucker.
Could all be done. Patreon.com/podcastroll and all the fun social media avenues. Check them out.
I'm Jay Patrick. That's Adam. Adam. Or
Alan Alda. Eat your podcast roll.
Your name, it doesn't matter. You're my experimental game. Just human nature. It's not what.
This has been a production of the Adam and JP family of on-demand talk radio.
AdamandJP.com.
Right now.